Scorpio, how you getting on, guys? So you are next on the list, Steve's bowl of soup. Hope you guys are alright. So I've decided to break out my very first ever deck that I ever had, which is the first Rider-Waite deck, which is the old kind of style instead of the Radiant one. So they're a lot newer, so they're easier for me to use. But this is from the 10th till the 17th for Scorpio. If you would like a private reading, they are open now, and the information is in the description. It's just a quick email. Okay, guys? If there are any songs or anything like that for you, they will come out hopefully, but they will be in the description also, in case I forget to tell you at the end. Let's see, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, from the 10th to the 17th. So we've got Capricorn, don't panic, it's the devil. Could be strong attachment, could be karma. It doesn't always mean anything negative. Cards wanting to come out all over the place. Yeah. Wow. So we've got. See, the devil can talk about strong attachments. Doesn't always have, it can always just mean the sign of Capricorn. Okay. So we've got heartache. Okay. So it doesn't always mean three-parted triangles either. It can just mean heartache because of a strong attachment. Words could have been cutting, or you could have, or this could be you or them, because of things were slow. You see, before Mercury retrograde, when Mercury was making moves, it's a very, very big one. A very big, one of the biggest that we've had. And Mercury is about the test. Okay, it's about the test. It tests us where we are on our path of where we should be. Astrology plays everything within tarot, because astrology is what happens within the energy of your birth chart, of your alignment of 7 within you. Okay, and it aligns you with lessons, retrograde, and it brings things in very quickly. And then when it goes out and it goes direct and things like that, it takes things away from us. It gives us time of separation and completion of aligning yourself, of then speeding up and knowing where you are on your path. And it gives you that separation and avoidance in order to reflect again, like on the past. And then if you feel, I'm going really cold at the moment, so if you feel really strongly about someone, okay, then you get another passionate offers that come in, because that's what happens during retrograde. People flip out during retrograde, because it depends, because like in my chart personally too, I've got Chiron that's making moves, Pisces, well everybody has, but Chiron in Pisces, and that's so fucking difficult, man. If you're a Pisces cross watching, wow, that is such, I'll probably do a video about that, but that is such a difficult placement. But you see, retrograde talks about reflection of the past. Okay, and what it does is that people can start to make offers during retrograde and that kind of thing, and then all of a sudden, when things start to go fucking haywire during what's in your birth chart and their birth chart, it can cause what I call separation and avoidance. Okay, 333 on the clock, but it causes separation and avoidance, and it gives you then, through that period of time then, for things to settle again then, because things speed up. You settle again within the reflection of what we reflect on, what was done and what was said, okay? Because when you manifest the seeds of intent, it all starts from your feelings of how you feel about people, truly, not about how they act. If it really does depend. If you're in a relationship and you're acting and you're cheating and there's been loads of fucking rowing and screaming, and you've separated and you've got back together, and you've separated and you've got back together, that lesson can come back again too, in order to teach you, basically teach you another lesson about codependency and about being independent, and about heartache and betrayal. And it makes you reflect on that feeling, as if do you want to do that again, basically. You know, that's if you're in a partnership or relationship. Okay, but it really does depend. But basically what it means is that you have strong attachments to people, and you can say things, you know, or you can do things, and then, you know, you go away, and it makes you reflect on that behaviour. Both of you you know, or family or jobs or anything. It makes you reflect on that behaviour, you know, in order for us to then have new opportunities in life. Okay, it puts us on a direction of how we manifest from our feelings and true thoughts and feelings. And you know, because like I say, sorry, I was distracted, but when you manifest from the feeling, the actual feeling, okay, and then that feeling, then when you separate and avoid, then that feeling then either grows or it doesn't grow. It grows into a soulmate relationship. It gives you a chance to reflect on the true feelings of what that is, you know. So let's see what else we've got. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. 2 more cards, please. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus from the 10th to the 17th. I mean, this is just a weekly overview, Scorpio. You know, could also be a little bit of the past, because we are just kind of settling in now. I've got 3 of Cups. Well, so you've got 3. Well, so you've got the 3 of Swords and the 3 of Cups. So it could mean 3-parted. You know, the Devil has strong attachments to things that are 3-parted. You know, and then you've got the Moon. Could have something to do with Cancer. And then, well, overall energy is the world, complete world cycles, new directions. But there's definitely been some kind of 3-parted interference in some way, because the 2 of Pentacles was also something that I've seen. I hope you can see these. Sorry, that's better. So let's see. So the world talks about worldwide internet, travel, communication, jobs, working, communicating via over the sea, you know, travelling via over the sea, but ending world patterns and cycles of codependency. You know, it ends that within retrograde. You know, so if we look at releasing the old, we have old patterns of behaviour from retrograde of things that needed release. Okay, that can mean you have to relate this in your lives of like work or money or your creative field or anything that kind of keeps us restricted. We find static in the head, and we need time to clear. You know, we need time to clear, because when you're clairsentient, clairaudient, you need clear thought in order to think more clearly, obviously, so you can communicate with the world, like the world of universal energy of one. But then when we listen to that, we become clairvoyant, okay? We can then communicate with the world. Like if you do something like this, you know, this is in, you know, I have Scorpio rising. So, you know, it's very important that we have time to reflect on things too, you know, but so it releases a lot of restriction. I mean, this can be you, this can be them, okay? You could have said words that were very hurtful and cutting, maybe, or something. Being stern, set in your way, or they were, and it caused a separation. You know, this can either be cutting words, or it can just be like, you know, being very stubborn in my way, because it breaks down walls of codependency. You know, when we're stuck in our own way, that means that there's more time that's needed in order to break down the walls of defence within the wall. So if you haven't seen it yet, please check out what I did about light workers, and I can't remember what I've called it now, but it's recent. It's Run Like Hell. You know, run like hell. Sometimes we need to, in order to go back and reflect on on ourselves, okay? Because of walls of defence. You know, it's the great sacrifice and the healing time of time. Time, retrograde is about time. It's all metaphysics. You know, it's the walls of defence that gets broken down within our DNA system of our family heritage, and our DNA system within our mind of the matrix, and what things that we've been led to believe that we think are illusional. Are we illusional or delusional or anything like that? Keeps us in the holding cell, keeps us stuck and trapped. Keeps us stuck and trapped to things from the past of three-parted triangles or heartache, literally. So, you know, if you meet someone during retrograde and it's a new soulmate, okay, they can help you release that. It's a healing energy that helps you release the past of heartache and betrayal, okay? Because you have, say, if you have a karmic situation, okay, the karmic situation is real bad because, say, you're in a relationship or whatever happens in that, you know, each story is individual. But then if you meet a new soulmate, that makes you heal them as they heal you too, because you meet each other at face value, okay? So then it helps you heal through their past and your past, like three-parted triangles or heartache. You know, it doesn't always mean three-parted, it just means heartache, okay? So then, because of that reflection, you can then start reflecting cutting words or cutting behaviour on each other, and then it kind of destroys that situation and breaks it down, you know, as a whole. But you have the sign of Capricorn, and you have the sign of either Pisces or Cancer. It's more or less Cancer because that's not Neptune. Neptune and Pisces to me is the High Priestess or the Hangman. But that in the book, that is generally known as Pisces. But it's things that are hidden. So the thing that is hidden could be that someone wants to offer you something again, wants to make you a passionate offer of, well, an opportunity of something from the past. So it could be communication about an action that was taken, that you took or they took, that you both took, because it's reflection of two in this one. There's two people in this one. Okay, two. Okay, and it could mean that they want to reunite with you. Someone wants to reunite with someone because that means like celebration. That means united, being united with your soulmate because it's below the soulmate card. Okay, there could have been a lot of imbalance because I did pick up the Two of Pentacles. There could have been a lot of imbalance. It's a bit like Sagittarian energy. It's a bit like the Temperance. Is an imbalance and an influctuation within something that's perpetuated within the mind of fear. Okay, fear keeps the imbalance of the emotions of how we then have to set seeds of true intent of how we meet each other at face value through the intent of our guts. How that makes us feel within that time, that makes us reflect on it, to clear the mind, to clear the thoughts, and then it pushes out the intent of what it was before retrograde or during the retrograde periods. Okay, so that's kind of the story that I'm picking up. Because of things that are hidden within yourselves too. It could be something that's hidden from you, okay? But it can also just mean things that are hidden that needed reflecting on within yourself within Mercury retrograde. Sorry, but I've got commotion going on out in my family at the moment, so I've got a lot of shit that goes on in my shit. But I'll probably make a video about that. But that's fucking crazy at the moment, and I'm just trying to stay out the way of it. But let's have a look. So can you tell me what the devil here, what's the devil here for? The devil. But you've got water signs, you've got air, water, earth being Capricorn, but all kind of signs really because of the world. But let's have a look. What's the devil for? What's the devil for? Yeah, healing. New direction. Thinking about worldwide travel, because of things being slow now, slowed down or slowed because of Mercury retrograde. Kind of like, you know, it's good and it's kind of stable, but it's now leading into like this is kind of like a leader, someone that has broad expansion of their mind and is fearless. You know, it's waiting as well. You know, it's waiting for your ships to come in, but it's someone that doesn't mind that they're expansive. You know, they don't mind travel, or they think outside the box. They're a leader within their own right because they look out broadly. Okay, like a broader spectrum, and it's caused healing. You know, it's caused a lot of healing. Or some of you may be healing from a Capricorn from the past because it took too long in order for you to wait. Okay. And you're healing from that because the energy was too slow. Capricorn is cardinal, so cardinal, it doesn't matter what cardinal, you have to look into your cardinal signs, but Capricorn is like the slowest knight in the deck because it's cardinal. Libra, Aries, but anyway, but that's, you know, that is cardinal, so it means that it's slow and progressing but basically a slow down progression of healing, generally, okay? Because of probably heartache from the past, you know, because it's about past, and the worldwide internet talks about mirror, mirror on the wall, so that's about future and past to me. That's what I class it, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? It's a fairy tale, so it's illusion, fairy tale of illusion, which is the Seven of Cups too, but it's time and it's metaphysics, you know. Who is the fairest of them all? That's what I'm picking up. So let's have a look at the three of swords. Three of swords. Now I'm just thinking I'm going to shout in a minute because they know that I'm doing this, and three. Try not to embarrass myself on camera. Oh, if you knew my life at the moment. Three of swords. Yeah. So there's been so someone is concentrating on the past. They're concentrating on the past of what's been spilt. Like, so it could be through retrograde, it could be someone that they've lost or that you've lost, and you're concentrating, and it's just causing, like, because the Two of Cups is always behind, is like always opportunities of things behind. You just have to turn around and pull your vibration up. You have to pull your own vibration up in order to turn around to the new. You have to turn around to the new. You have to forget programming of the mind, okay, and things that are caused, in order to be able to turn around to see the light of day. You know, to see the light of day, so you can end world cycles. You can't start cycles and not end them, because it's karmic then. So then you don't get a reward for karma. You have to release it, and you have to release the past, or you have to release the ego or the karma or the whatever it is that you are interconnected with. It has to be completed as a cycle, because if it's not, okay, and one person doesn't end the cycle, then it can come back to them within karma, and then the other person receives the dharma because the other person didn't. If the other person keeps up that kind of perpetuation and thing, okay, and feeling trapped but don't know, then you're trapping someone else, and it's just a weird cycle of things that kind of need release. It doesn't, whether that's work or money or anything, you know, it's about needing transformation and release. But let's have a look, because we had the Five of Swords below here. So, you know, it's about winning the war but losing. You know, it's like a tug of war. You know, I won the war, I won the battle, but I didn't win the war. So there's been healing, which is good. So someone now is finding calmer waters through it. You know, it's basically the retrograde periods. You know, or some of you could be thinking about travelling. You know, you've got children in here, but these are all points of growth now. You know, it's like now things are kind of settled down. You might be thinking about travelling, or just things are just generally settled down within you too. Okay, or them. This is all vice versa. This is all Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus kind of stuff. Okay, so this seems like a passing energy, because all this kind of at the moment seems good. But let's have a look. Page of the Page of Pentacles. What's the Page of Pentacles? Because it's an offering towards the past. It's an offering of a reflection of a soulmate. That's either a new soulmate or an old soulmate, depending on your path of where you are within the alignment of yourself and your destiny. But the Page of Pentacles, because the Page is a very spiritual card too. It means destiny. It's the seed of intent. It can also mean Aquarius. But Page of Pentacles. That's the Page of Pentacles here for Page of Pentacles. Yeah, so someone's holding on now. Someone's got hold of you like a vice grip. Someone's got hold of you like a vice grip, because the Page talks about a new offer. Okay, so we go from the 4 to the 5. So the 5 of Pentacles means like being out in the cold. Okay, so someone might want to come out of the cold, and they're keeping hold of that offer because it's a seed of intent. So because it means retrograde in the past, it can mean that I'm now realised, or you've both realised, the things have settled down, okay, and I'm now holding on to you, or you're holding on to me, or both holding on to the new, the old and to the new, because that means the new seed of intent. That means that you've both learned and you're both holding on to anything. Can be your jobs, money, can be that you're holding on to a new offer, that you're the same offer, or either way. But it means holding on. And it did have the 3, sorry, I would see it underneath, the 3 of Pentacles. So that means collaborating now, collaborating. I mean, if you're all in 3-parted triangles and you're in one, you're literally in a relationship and your partner's off cheating and all that kind of stuff, then that's karma. And that means that you're going to play out continuing to play out a new cycle, or you're releasing it, you know. You've got to know where you are within this. If you're willing for someone to, and you're in a relationship, to go and cheat on you, well, that is literally karma. It's not your fault. It's just something that you've come here to experience in order to grow and learn about self-worth, value and respect, you know. But it can just mean collaborating, but we do have a lot of 3s and 2s. But it depends where you are, but it can mean collaborating. So let's have a look at the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. What's the 6 of Cups for? Wow. You are my destiny. You are my one and only. Wow, my one and only destiny. 1. Wow. Wow, Scorpio. That's even made me go cold. So someone is holding on to you for dear life, because if it's a new soulmate, okay, if you're still in the 3-parted bowl of soup mix and you haven't learned, but if you haven't learned yet, okay, then that could come back again as a lesson. Depends where you are, depends what's written for you within karma, because this is destiny. But this is going in whoever's favour, because it's upright, okay, and it's within the reflection of the past, okay, and it's a great healer, a manifester, okay, that has manifested this into the life because of retrograde, because of releasing of past hurts and betrayal of karma. Wow, do not interrupt me at the moment, because this reading's going good for you, Scorpio. So it's releasing the old situations of what was before retrograde. This is what it seems, okay? Then through all that period, speeding up, you've probably now realised that you could have found a new soulmate, or depending where you are, and you're holding on tightly to one another because it's destiny. It's written that way, because it's the great healer, the manifester. It's the opportunity. You've got 2 aces. 2 aces. If this just means creatively or work, that's fucking great too. There's not a lot of pentacles, but there is because of the magician. You're manifesting fucking like destiny. Everything that's for you is written for you now. You know, you're going on your path. You're progressing towards your path, and the ace is looking at the ace. So it kind of means that we're both holding on to one another, and we both want to offer one another. 1, 2, you know, 1. So let's have a look at the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Wands. So it looks like there's been a lot of work done, in retrograde. Wow, so you've got the 2 out again, so could have something with fire in their chart, definitely. Aries, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, but it could be broad expansion of, like expanding. I do apologise for my dog, but the expansion of like looking overseas, or that kind. So this is broader spectrum of things. Thinking about worldwide expansion, taking one wand of action. One wand's kind of like concreted in of the past. That's the past action that stays behind, and the one wand goes with the ace, but also the king. There's a leader. He's a motivational speaker, leader, CEO, corporations, anything. He's open, he's wise, you know, he kind of rules certain things within passion. Very passionate about what he does, okay? And he has great wisdom and broader spectrum of things. So that's great. So you've got fire signs, definitely. Fire signs, all that energy. But let's have a look at the King of Swords. The King of Swords. What's the King of Swords for? King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. I'm trying to cut all that motion out. Sorry, Scorpio. The King of Swords. The Hangman. So, could have something to do with the Pisces. Could have something to do with the Pisces. Spiritual enlightenment, spiritual healer. Someone, because it's the same kind of thing. It's the counterpart of the King and the Queen. The King is can be very cutting with words, but he's wise. You know, he's wise. And it could be being stuck, or it can mean stuck, like things being stuck through retrograde, and then it's speeding up into this progression of, or it can just mean you've got air signs, Pisces, so you've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there in one kind of story. So there's some kind of mix here where something was probably said and it caused delay, because that's about a delay. Okay, it caused delay and inner reflection of our higher mind of how we think outside the box, gives us clarity, gives us motion to become unstuck, because the King can be unstuck. So it's basically a moment of clarity, that then through that motion of then things being unstuck, it brings us into the new, or the old, but the new way of being, the new wave of emotion, because there's a lot of emotion here. Or you're an air sign that is interested in a Pisces, or you're a Pisces that's interested in an air sign. There's no actual star sign that relates to that, it's just an air sign within their chart. But then you've got Pisces, and then you've got Earth too. So we've got the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. What's the Three of Cups? It could just be because it's uniting. That's united. That it's united with a soulmate or twin flame, because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and you've got the Magician, and the Six of Cups, and the Three of Cups. That's like uniting with the person that you're supposed to be with. Wow. And then you've got the Sun. The Sun prevails, you know. And you've got the Sun and the Moon, so you've got counterparts of the Sun and the Moon too, and there's shitloads more karma going on. Woo! So you've got the Sun and the Moon, which is the dark side of the Moon. It releases hidden things from the past, the inner reflection of karma, because that's like worldwide, things across the world, Atlantic, okay? But timelines of Vedic astrology also means the timeline that we are separated within the timeline between now and things across the world. The time, it's different within world, yeah? So Vedic astrology, to me, very much, I don't know too much about Vedic astrology or astrology in general, I just go with what I hear. But Vedic astrology is just different because it's different parts of the world. It just relates also to your Ketu Ratu as well. Things just happen differently, as far as I know. But that, to me, just means the yin and yang, the dark side of the moon. Okay, so that'll be your song, part of time, dark side of the moon. But that's just purity. That's like pure sun. It's just like you can build fucking anything with that energy there. That's your destiny. You just can create children, jobs, finances, money, because that's pure abundance. That's the best card in the deck that you can get, is pure abundance. It's everything. It's children, it's the garden that grows. How does your garden grow? Well, that reminds me of the sun. The seed of intent, because of the sunflower seeds, the seed of intent, it's planted within the garden of your mind, of then what creates the garden of reality, because it shines over everything that's dark. It shone upon it, and it makes it grow into manifesting, true manifesting. So let's have a look at the moon. The moon. The moon. Wow. fucking hell. 3 aces. What the hell? Someone is in love completely, Scorpio. Someone is in love completely. Completely. That's purifying the darkness. Purifying the darkness. Purifying the darkness. Because the devil is looking over healing, and the moon is perpetuated things that are hidden within ourselves, within our emotional alignment within ourselves, okay? And it's brought in prosperity and offers opportunities. I mean, these are opportunities. Opportunity knocks, and you have to take them when they knock. You have to take them. If you don't, then that's why you have a missed opportunity, and that's why you can play out another cycle. You know, you have to take an opportunity, whether it's good or bad, in order to learn from it. If you don't, and you just stay stuck, you don't give an opportunity, you don't receive it, you just think and feel. You can't think and feel, you've got to think, feel, taste, touch and smell, and it has to be there for you to notice about reality. It has to be in reality. That's how you manifest. You manifest from your feelings and your thoughts, and then when with action it's there in front of your eyes, or it's there as an opportunity, you have to take it. If you don't, Spirit gets fucking annoyed because they've spent all that time aligning you with the person of destiny that you're supposed to be with, and you're not taking it, so you build up more karma, and then things become heavy again. So that's why it's called opportunity. It's Cupid's arrow. They put it together for you to learn either the good or the bad, but you have to learn either way because it's written within karmic law. It's with a karmic contract, and it's hidden within wish fulfillment. It's hidden within, oh, there's so much commotion going on. It's hidden within time. You know, like they put you together for you to learn something. You can't alter the hands of time. You have to go with the flow of it in order to learn about it, of why you're actually here. Am I really here? It can't be an illusion of why we're really here, because we physically are as a human being, you know. So we have thoughts and feelings. So I'm going to leave that there because there's commotion going on. So ending of old world cycles, ending of the old, and ending and beginning with the new. The end of the beginning of the end, ending with the new and the old. So wherever you are on your path, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus, that's your reading. If you would like a personal one to your personal chart, your personal reading, I just do 1 to 4 questions. I try to keep it as cheap as possible to relate to your own. This may not relate to you, or it may. It depends. It really does depend on where you are. Okay? But if you would like one, just send me a quick email. Please follow up. There's a playlist if you want to know anything about motivational speaking, anything like that. I don't know what they're called because I listed them old things, but they're all in there for you to listen to or follow, and they're just motivational stuff, just things about life basically. Okay, but please like, share and subscribe and show your support, and I appreciate you all very much. Cheers, Scorpio. Cheers, bye. Peace. 333 on the clock again.